Hello everyone, it is I, Beanie Man, back with another video, and I'm very excited for this one, because there's been a video I've been wanting to make for quite a while now. So I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, a massive fan in fact. Um, when I was a kid, I remember watching it as a kid. I watched the last one, and I was unaware of the story, and my mum was like, "Oh, what about the other two?" I'm still like, "Huh? There's two? There's two more?" She was like, "Yeah, there's like three movies." I'm still like, "Where are they?" So yeah, I got my Lord of the Rings shirt on, just for this video, of course. Well, it's one of my favorite shirts. And so I was on YouTube and I was just scrolling along, and I get an advertisement for the virtual challenge. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's like a Lord of the Rings virtual challenge, like, sorry, itchy nose. So if you do like a certain amount of miles, like, I think it's like the same distance as what they would have to walk in Lord of the Rings. If you walk a certain amount of miles, you get a medal for completing it, and like there's loads of medals. I think walking or cycle, or just to get a bit of exercise really. And I really want to do it, and I might make that a separate video because I still don't know what it's about. Like for like, because it's like I did have a look on the website um about what it's about, about what it's about. Um, there was like different prices for different things, and I don't know, like, if you pay monthly, like if you complete the challenge within a month, you get the next medal, and so on and so forth. Um, but they did say it was on the website. It's just like, oh, you could just get one if you want, or you could just do them all. So I don't know how that would work if it's a pay monthly kind of thing, but I still want to do it. I still want to do it. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about my little collection, because as big of a fan as I am, I don't have a massive collection, sadly. Um, but it's I've watched it so many times. I can memor. Oh, I'm getting very excited. I've memorized the entire script from Lord of the Rings. Like, there's this one time as a kid, my dad was bringing me home from an after-school club, and I was like, "Oh, I might watch Lord of the Rings when I get home." And he was like, "Have you already seen that?" And so I started reciting the first scene in the first movie when the elf queen is talking about like the history of what's happened in Middle Earth already, and he was like, "Just shut up." You call me a nerd, and that's fair enough. So I'm a massive fan. Yes, indeed. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. And so I'm going to start with the smallest things first. Um, I have these rings that I actually bought off Temu. Most of these things, actually, I will, get into it a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I bought these off Temu, and it has the writing on it. I don't know if that's picking up very well. Yeah, they're both the same, and they both have the writing, which I think is quite cool. Um, I went to a little gathering of friends once, and he saw the rings on my finger because like they were just like here, just vibing. And he was like, "Oh, there's no silver one in Lord of the Rings." And I was like, "True, but if you play the video game, like Shadow of War, and then there is one that they made. I don't know if it's canon though. Like if it's one that was actually made in the story, because like the main character, I think it was just made for the game, to be honest. But still, I quite like how they had a ring that they could challenge Sauron with. That was quite cool. I actually have the game over there somewhere. Um, I've also got Lego Hobbit as well. I forgot to get those in my little collection. But yeah, I've got Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor and Lego The Hobbit. I used to have Lord of the Rings as a kid. Lego Lord of the Rings. I used to play the PS2 game when my dad would come to visit and babysit us. He would have the PS2 game, like the very old one. Oh, it was just a fun time. Um, but yeah, those are the rings. And now onto the movies. So I've got all three of the Hobbit movies. Most people don't like them, and I can see why, to be honest. But to be like for me personally, like if a movie's bad, like no one liked the Green Lantern movie, but I quite like it because I just like things that are like not based in reality, like in space or like Middle Earth, like Lord of the Rings. It's just nice to escape normal life, you know, and that's why I quite like Lord of the Rings and any other movie, to be honest, like the Green Lantern movie. So yeah, those are the Hobbit movies. Still quite good in my personal opinion. There is actually a channel that I watch that I think I'll put on the screen somewhere if I can. I think it's called Middle Earth Updates. If anyone's a Lord of the Rings fan, you've probably seen this guy around. I'll see if I can link this person in the description as well. Um, but yeah, it's quite good. It's like little facts on Lord of the Rings and like the production. He spoke about the Hobbit production. I think it was Lord of the Rings. They had a few years of like pre post production or something, um, so they could prepare for it. But the Hobbit only had about like what about a year, and there was like barely enough time to do anything. So that's the main reason why people didn't like it because like Lord of the Rings had so much more effort put into it rather than the Hobbit movies. Um, Speaking of which, I used to have the unextended editions of Lord of the Rings, but I got rid of them because I have the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. They are, um, let me, Fellowship of the Ring, for example. You take it out, lovely. And then you got this lovely, lovely cover, of course. And then you open it up, and then you've got, well, the map of Middle Earth, of course. And then these are the movies. They're so long, they're split between two discs. So you got those are the movies, part one and part two. Um, and then you got the appendices, and I am missing a disc. I don't know where that one's gone. I don't know what that one was. I didn't realise. Um, yeah, but it's like that for all of them. To be honest, it's quite good. I'm not very like with the unextended editions. Um, I was able to like pick up the script quite easily. But this is the extended editions, and I'm not very well versed with that. Um, so yeah, but I still quite like them because it has scenes that like sometimes in the unextended, right? There was a scene I can't remember what it was, but like when you watch the extended editions, you're just there like, oh, oh, that's how that happened. It's like yeah, the battle for Minas Tirith, the city of men. That massive wolf's head that came out to break down the door. I thought they were just doing it for the funsies, really, but no, 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 no. So in the extended editions, the orcs were trying to barge down the door, but they couldn't. So their commander was like, you know what? Bring out the wolf's head, and oh, I was just there like, so that's why that happened. There's a lot of scenes like that in the extended editions. They're much longer to watch, but it fills many more gaps that you probably would think like what in Lord of the Rings, you know. So yeah, and now that's quite sad, isn't it? How dare you? I was going to put you right there. No wonder you didn't. No wonder no one likes you. Okay, so okay, so I have some swords. Um, a great majority of them are fake, to be honest, which is okay. Um, but I do have one real one. I'm going to save that one till last with the fake one that it goes with. But they're much cheaper, and I thought, you know what? Yes. So I bought these. I bought these off Temu. I'm going to go through one at a time because they're full length swords. So this is uh, Sword of the King, I think it's called Anduril, Flame of the West, and yeah, it's quite cool. It's got great detail, to be honest. Like it's got like the Elvish writing and everything on it, and it's quite a long sword as well. It's quite like, look at that. There's the blade, and then here's the handle, and it's quite. Oh, I quite like it. I do want the real versions of the swords that I'm going to show, but like they're a bit pricey. But you know, if I like them, why not go for them? If I can afford to buy them, that is. But yeah, so this is that one. Okay, and then you got this one. This is the Witch King. Ow. This is the witch sword of the Witch King. That well, yeah, just that to be honest. Again, great detail. You know, obviously not the best because it's they're made out of like foam. They're all pretty much like made out of foam to be honest. So it's all right to be safe, you know. But yeah, this is a bit shorter, I think, than yeah, a little bit shorter, but it's still quite a good sword to have. Like if you're doing like a Witch King cosplay at Comic Con or something, you can walk around and be like, I don't know, because like the Witch King sword isn't really seen much in the movies. Sorry, apart from the first movie, I think, and the last one as well, when he's facing off Gandalf in the extended editions. Like it actually lights on fire from here, I think. But what was I, oh, what I was getting at is I don't know if it's meant to be curved or if that's how it came, like this thing here. Um, so I don't actually. I mean, I've tried like putting it in positions where it can try and stay, but it just keeps going back to curved. So I don't know if that's how it's meant to be, but yeah, that's the Witch King sword. Um, then you got this one. This one I bought off Amazon this time. Um, I keep forgetting the name because I've heard it two different variations. This sword is either Glamdring or Glambring. I think it's Glamdring. This is ah, this is a Gandalf sword. Um, so yeah, it starts off here, and it's very thick. But I think that's because it's a toy. Um, so yeah, it also came in three parts. So you got this part here, then you got this part here, then you got the actual uh, bit, like the handle. Um, it's still quite good. I don't like how it curves as well. Like the blade, I don't know if you can see, but like the blade kind of curves. Um, so yeah, but still another safe one. But this one's plastic and not foam. So like, if you were having a pretend battle with someone and you use it, you might actually hurt them. I mean, you might actually hurt them with these as well. But yeah, be safe with fake swords and real swords. But the detail still is just like it's very immaculate. You know, it's quite lovely. Um, it's got this. That's the thing. When I watch the movies, I don't know if the writing is a part of it because, like, when you see them, you're just you see them with like it's just plain, you know. But yeah, another great sword from my collection. And then you got the ones from the Hobbit. So I'm gonna save the other two though. The other two. There's two. There's four more. So you got this one, the Elf King sword, Thranduil, from the Hobbit. Legolas's dad. This is his. Uh, Still quite a nice sword. It's very detailed. You know, I think the real one would also have just as much detail, but yeah, it's quite nice. I don't know why it has this little bit at the end. It doesn't seem like a sword should have that because, like, what would you use it for? Opening bottles? No. Another fake one. I should stop saying that because they're all pretty much fake, apart from one. Yeah, this is one. This one's great. This one was also off Temu. The other ones are off Temu as well, apart from Glamdring. This one though, I bought off I bought at Comic Con when I went last year. It's a Orcrest. This is the one that Thorin finds in the Troll Horde, along with Glambring, Glamdring. And this one's quite cool. I can't remember how much this costed me. I think it was like 50 quid, but because it's fake, that's understandable. Um, but still, from the movie though, it's quite detailed and it's quite like close to the source material. I keep hitting my headphone. I got like gaming headphones up here, like I keep hitting them. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, it's very light. It's very nice. It's quite light as well. Um, yeah, you ain't doing no damage with this. So that's that one from Comic Con. And now the last two. I'm very excited. So this is, we all know what this one is. This is Sting. You've seen it before, haven't you? Go on. Okay. So, I made myself laugh. Sorry. So yeah, again, the detail is amazing considering it's a fake. I think this was one of the first ones, like one of the second ones that I bought. I think one of the first, quite a few years ago, and I use it to hit my brother sometimes. I'm still like, what did you say? Because he just comes over to my house. He's like, where's my food? I'm like, no, get it yourself. Um, that's very rare though. I don't actually hit my brother a lot. Update on that, by the way, actually, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. But yes, um, but I've got the real one here. I got the real one. So this one I bought from the Knight's Vault. It's an online shop, and it's a shop in Edinburgh, I believe. And when you look at them side by side, they're quite cool. Look, obviously different in shape. No, not shape, like size. But you notice that this one has got the little leaf stuff on it, and this one doesn't. It did at one point, and it was quite cool. But when I got it, I was really happy with it. But that's never happened. It fell off. No, we have to stick that back on. To be honest, this little pommel bit, this started coming off when I got it as well. But that bit's never happened. That bit's never fallen off. I might have to re-stick it, which I might actually do after this video, if I can remember. Oh, it went that way. It did have the leafy stuff on it, but I took it off because I don't have a picture of it, but it was painted on. And to be honest, I don't expect perfection when something like that is painted because it's quite as you can see, it's quite fine, like everything else. Like when you look at the sword itself, you would think it would have a bit more artistic flair, I suppose, when it came to the thing. So I didn't like the way it looked, and every time I held it, it would come off on my hand anyway. So I'm just there like, nope. So I got some nail polish remover and I just took it off. Um, but yeah, yeah. But also the the writing on this and this are different. In the Hobbit, I think. No, it came off again. No. I'm actually quite sad about that. That's never happened. Anyway, so in the Hobbit, if memory serves me correctly, because I'm not, with the Hobbit, I'm not as nerdy as I am about Lord of the Rings. I still remember it quite a lot though. But I don't think the writing was there, but it was in Lord of the Rings. Um, if anyone can tell me if it was, let me know. Um, but yeah, I'm going to unsheath it now. I'm going to get a good angle. It's real metal. Oh, look at that. Now, this is important. Um, when you're unboxing or like swords or something. If I ever get a sword, I'm probably going to say the same thing every video. But when you're unboxing something like this, it's no joke. Like, this is real metal, and swords are not anything to play around with. You know, swords like this, they come blunt anyway. But I'm not going to touch it just in case. But yeah, like there's no sharpness to it, so it's not like you're gonna hurt yourself. Um, but it can still, because it's like a sword, it's still quite dangerous. So be careful and don't play around with it. I got this. This was my first one, I think, or my second one. Which is I like doing this. Look, um, this is one of my favorites, honestly, because it's a real sword. Um, it's got a little thing that you can put a belt through as well, so that you can wear it. Um, and it's quite cool to like just to look at, to be honest. Like for a fan like me, people have probably got bigger collections than I do. Fair enough. I can't afford a whole lot most of the time. Um, not that it's an excuse, but no, but yeah, I do want to get more like real swords because they're just so cool. I just like them. But when you get swords like this, like real swords, I got this one quite a while ago, so I don't have the packaging for it or what it came with, but it had a card with a license, not license, but it was like this is for display only, not for like flailing around or whatever. It gave some safety instructions, some care tips. So maybe when I next get paid, I might actually get another one and unbox it to show you guys what it actually comes with. If you're interested, of course. Um, so the next one that I get, if I do, I'm going to link it down below, um, if I remember, of course. Like where I get these from. I just really love it. Like this is like, oh, what was it they said? It's they give a description on the website, but I can't remember. I think it's like leather. Like honestly, leather. It's like this is I don't know what like material this is. But I like swords that have the holders because like if you have it on display, like they have wall displays, and if you put it up correctly, it won't fall off. True, but just in case, like I always like to make sure it's like somewhere where I can easily hold it. Um, like if I have friends over, for example, and they're like having a get together at my house, for example, and they're like bumping against the walls or whatever, play fighting, and it falls. I don't want it to hurt them. So if it's in one of these, it's always the safest for me. So I would only ever get one if it had one of these, like I think it's called a scabbard. A scabbard, yeah. But maybe that could be a fun video actually, like getting the real and the fake swords of all of these and like putting them to the test about like no, that would make some sense because obviously these are real swords, so they could probably like cut fruit better than like a fake one ever could. So like no, or just compare them like I did with this one, you know. So yeah, it just apart from the missing bit, yeah. So yeah, that is my collection as far as I know. Yeah. I think that's everything. Um, as mentioned, I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. There's a new Lord of the Rings movie coming out called The Hunt for Gollum. Um, to my knowledge, it's based on the story of like because so Gandalf, right? He was gone for 17 years when Bilbo left the Shire because he was going to live with the elves or some shit, something, and he was going to go live with the elves, and he left the ring to Frodo. So Gandalf was like, "Something's up with this ring. I don't like the way this ring looks. It's looking at me funny." And so yeah, he went to Minas Tirith to research the ring, and he was gone for 17 years. So it's going to be in that time frame, to the best of my knowledge. But my brother wants to see it as well. I'm so excited. It's going to be Andy Serkis, who played Gollum, directing it as well as being in the movie. Um, that should be quite cool. That should be quite cool though. I have high hopes indeed. Um, but yeah. So the thing that I wanted to talk about with my brother, nothing bad, but we were on the phone one day. We were just talking about like my recent video that I uploaded last week. Um, about like why I dress the way that I do, and I was like, me and you should do a video because he has a YouTube channel as well, and I was like, me and you should do a video, and he was like, yeah, can do. We could do one for yours, and you could do one. We could do one for mine. I'm just like, yes. Um, so in Camden, there's an American candy shop, and they sell like sweets and drinks that me and him have never really had, like Dr Pepper flavored cotton candy. There we go. I got it right. I was trying to think of what it was because that thing just threw me off when I got it wrong. Dr Pepper, Dr Pepper flavored cotton candy. There we go. Um, so yeah, we might do that for a video one day. Um, so yeah, that could be really cool. We're still like in the works though, because he works and I don't. So it's all a matter of like when he's free and like if he wants to do a video. But he's quite invested, to be honest. So maybe at some point we'll do that together. Um, you guys can meet my brother. Wonderful news. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Not everyone is a big fan of Lord of the Rings or anything like that. Um, but it's nice to share my enthusiasm with things like, you know. Sorry, I blacked out. my my brain's that Dr Pepper thing still threw me off. It's nice to share my enthusiasm with people. That's why I started doing YouTube videos anyway. Like, because every time I get like a collectible, I often just get it, I unbox it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Maybe put it on my story, but then that's it. Like, no one really sees like my excitement, and I like to share it with people. Yeah, I have other collectibles as well. That might be a separate video, but I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the video though. Um, please subscribe if you did. Yeah. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.